Hello, I'm Jerry Schultz, an Associate Professor of Business at St. Charles Community College. This is Impact, the blueprint to provide insight to leaders from a regional perspective. We welcome back Rachel Ganousis. Rachel brings over a decade, and I say a decade, of group purchasing, organization, supply chain experience. Rachel, thank you for joining us today and being a part of Impact.
Thank you.
So let's begin. In previous episodes, we talked about what customer centricity means and how the 4 C's compare to traditional marketing approaches. How have you used these in other areas of your life?
Absolutely. I love community involvement. I love to get involved in tutoring opportunities. I've done that since I was a sophomore in high school. I was involved in a program called Later Gator Tutoring, where children could stay after school and I would help them with their homework. Grade school children, of course, I was in high school at that point. And then I'm originally not from here. I'm from Southwest Missouri. So after completing my college, experience at Mizzou, I moved to St. Louis, and it was just always in my heart as a servant leader to go and identify opportunities to help others, to give back. That's when I felt I was at my highest productivity levels. I joined an organization, Coro, Women in Leadership. It was a 6-month business learning opportunity. I learned so much about St. Louis, from a community and a civic standpoint. I also got to enjoy getting involved with other things at Mercy Health through a mission outreach program that I had the privilege of chairing for many years. I led the Toastmasters efforts and tried to help all of my teammates and, individuals that reported to me develop personal, and public speaking skills. It was so rewarding and so honoring. So those are just some examples that I, was able to kind of immerse myself in as I came in, tried to become a part of the St. Louis community.
Thank you for that. It's nice to know that talking about the 4 C's, all of that came from your background and your experience from a very young age all the way to where you are now. I appreciate that. How have these experiences helped you develop as a servant leader?
Great question. I like the way you worded that. I think that if you want to have good output from whatever your job responsibilities are, you have to care about the individuals that you work with, right? So I want to be understanding of young families, and if they need a work from home day, or if they need a sick day, or if they need to leave early, right? I want them to know that I care about them first, and we will, handle the work second. Because ultimately, when we think about the customer in that setting, it is my coworkers, the individuals that report to me on my teams. And I don't want the next C, cost, to ever be negative to them, right? And so we keep those lines of communication open, and that really yields the best output and productivity levels. When I take care of them, they take care of the job responsibilities.
Yes.
It's the people.
It's the people, and it's also loyalty that you gain from those people because you believe in them.
Absolutely.
How have these allowed you to become a part of the St. Louis community when you didn't start out a part of St. Louis community?
Yeah, I've met so many people. Oftentimes I'll have folks ask me, did you grow up here? Did you grow up around here? I said, no, I didn't. But
or may I add, what high school did you attend?
No, that's not a thing where I'm from. But yeah, I've gotten that a couple times. Ultimately, it's just wonderful, and it's allowed me to meet so many people, to continually be able to make recommendations to help others in my neighborhood, in my church, in different areas of my, work atmosphere. Obviously, I'm helping all of the individuals that are directly, working with me, or I'm working with them to support, their job responsibilities. And it's also allowed me to gain some recognition through the St. Louis Business Journal, right? I ultimately identified that, hey, I want to give back. I want to help others. Can't do it from a medical perspective because I get kind of queasy, but what I can do it through is a financial perspective, through analytics, through helping, Mercy Health buy that mammogram machine that has the advanced breast cancer detection 2 years earlier. Instead of pushing it out to a 2028 capital bid, it's a 2026 capital bid, because we negotiated a contract through the analytics my team ran through, a freight company, and we were able to save $500,000 in our freight cost Mercy wide, right? And you think of things like that, So it's recognition and things like that that helped me stand out. And I was able to get St. Louis Business Journal 30 Under 30 10 years ago, but still, what an accomplishment. Not even being from St. Louis, it was a really cool experience. And I've been able to network and continue to stay in touch with some of those individuals and just build it from there.
Well, and top 30 under 30 is one of the greatest honors anybody could receive.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. And I know that was a while back, but it still will last with you for a long time.
Yes. And it'll be something that I can pass on to my children and help them, understand Mommy did do things other than just cleaning and laundry folding and cooking. She did once upon a time.
Thank you so much. Rachel, thank you for making an impact, a definite impact, and such knowledge you provided to us, which was awesome. On behalf of our students and SCC, thank you for partnering with us to kick off Impact 2026. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for your time and commitment to St. Charles Community College. Please keep checking in for our newest episodes and have an awesome rest of your day. And please remember, be bold, be confident, and be extraordinary. And you were.
Thank you.
Thank you.